Welcome to our 3-wave neck or work posture stretch session. So we're going to start by getting up out of this chair, and then we're going to walk over to the nearest wall. So Cameron here is going to place his bent arm on the wall, making sure to make full contact with the forearm from the elbow to the wrist. Then we're going to rotate the torso slowly away from the forearm while breathing so that we can feel that stretch from the sternum to the tip of the shoulder. You can play around with different heights, going a little lower or higher than the shoulder. Find the stretch that feels best for you. And we're going to make sure to take 3 deep breaths in each position that feels right. Once we've sunk into that and loosened it up, we're going to switch sides. We always want to make sure we're breathing through our stretches to help us get the most range of motion from them. Good, and Cameron's turning his head along with it to really open up that whole left side now. And he's taken his full breaths, and then we're going to move on to our second stretch. So we're going to go into a chest opener with thoracic rotation. So Cameron's going to interlock his fingers and then bring them to the back of his head. He's going to pull his elbows back and apart to open up the chest. Make sure to lengthen your spine and get very tall through your neck and upper back. Take a couple deep breaths here, and then we're going to start rotating the upper back from left to right, just slowly, while keeping those elbows pulled apart and also keeping the hips fixed facing forward. We're gonna, as we go side to side, we're gonna think about just moving that upper body, really working through our upper back mobility. Good, taking our deep breaths here to maximize our stretching and range of motion. And then we're gonna move on to our third stretch. Good, Cameron's going nice and slow to get the most out of this. So now we're going to go into our full fascial arm stretch, where he's going to start with his hands by his sides, letting the palms face behind him. So without shrugging or rounding the back, we're going to slowly reach those hands as far back as possible, like you're trying to reach those fingertips to the ground. Once you've reached that end range, we're going to pause for a second and then start gliding the arms forward, rotating the palms up to the ceiling, and then reaching right overhead. Once you're at that peak, you're going to bend the elbow and let your palms touch the back of your neck or the top of your shoulder blades. Keep pulling those elbows back. Watch you're not doing any chicken neck business here, and we're not pinching through the low back. So we're going to repeat this 3 to 5 times. Going for nice deep breaths, and we're going to try and get a little more range each rep here. Good, and we're careful to reach nice and tall instead of thrusting the ribs back. So the more you do these sessions, the easier it's going to be to loosen up and the more range of motion we're going to build to transfer to your workouts and training. Now you're all relaxed, energized, ready to get back to work.